Again, parents, I warned you that this next interview could be quite disturbing as we talk about suicide. So if your children are in the room, you may want to ask them to leave and you can have this discussion with them later. Living through COVID-19 has been tough for adults as well as children. And no parent wants to imagine that their child would think about ending their life or hurting themselves in any way. This is a very serious issue, and here to help us with this discussion or understand what we need to do and the preventative measures that must be put in place is President of Choose Life International, Dr. Donovan Thomas. Good
Morning,
morning,
Dr.
Doc.
Thomas.
Hi, pleasant good morning to you both and to our viewers.
Yeah, man.
Yes, COVID-19 and our mental health. What are we seeing? We recently have seen in the news apparent death. Apparently it was suicide. I'm not sure what the conclusion is of two children. It was reported in the news that two children committed suicide. And also an elderly person who found out that he contracted the virus, and then he took his own life at 85, I think it is. What are we
Right.
seeing with the mental health, suicide ideation? Doc, I would just take it away. Tell us what's happening and what we need to do.
All right. Well, we're seeing all kinds of issues that should cause us concern. We are seeing children who are frustrated, children who feel restricted, and the isolation is doing a number on several of them. We're excited about this new school term and that there's a special effort being made to deal with psychosocial support. But what we're actually seeing is that there are factors that could lead to greater suicide. In fact, the Bloomberg report as way back as May 8th says the next COVID crisis is going to be a wave of suicide. So all of us need to prepare just in case that is really so. We have got to know the warning signs of suicide, and we have got to know what to do. Here in Jamaica, our children are hurting, our adults are hurting, people are hurting. We're seeing the death of 30 of children under the age of 10 by suicide. We have not seen so many. I mean, it's only 3 or so in the last month or two, but we have not seen so many in such close time. And we have got to be very deliberate about what to do. So you opened by mentioning to the parents. One of the things that is going to help to build resilience is strong parental connection. So parents have got to be very deliberate in spite of the challenges that they are facing, in spite of their own needs, to look out for their own children and go beyond the call of duty to foster positive relationship with them. The research actually shows that when children have strong relationship with their parents, their resilience to suicide is even stronger after they have passed childhood years. And what we are encouraging to is not just strong relationship with parents, but strong relationship with the adult community, the aunties, and they take an interest in the children. That will help to build resilience. Children need relationship, and there is cut off right now from many of their friends. So we want to ask parents to encourage them, make their calls, give them a chance to be able to use the phone, use WhatsApp to be able to communicate with their friends. And interestingly, as we start this new school term, I want to point out that one of the factors that help to build resilience is the high achievement academically. So children, as you go through this term, I want to ask you to give this term your best shot. Be the best version of yourself. Push academically and get as much as possible done. Parents, I also want to ask you to secure the weapons, those drugs that you have around the place, just extra one, put them away properly. When people are under pressure, they may do things. Children sometimes go through these mood swings and they could just decide, you know what, they can't bother. And I want to just say, make use of the facilities available by the Ministry of Health. There is the helpline that was established last year, and we want to encourage you to call 888-639-5433. It's a 24-hour helpline. Choose Life International endorses the line, and we want to say, get all the help you need before it is too late. Warning signs. Any talk about suicide must be taken seriously. Anytime the person overtly makes the comment about I want to kill myself, take it seriously. But there are other times when there are subtle things. Like one young lady came to my office some time ago and she waved goodbye. I said to her, "You're going back to the States?" She said, "No." I said, "Eastern Caribbean?" She said, "No." I became very curious as to what was going on with her. When I spoke with her, her birthday was coming up and she had a plan.
Boy,
Doctor, we have to go,
Frozen.
unfortunately. Can you give me that number again that you gave?
A
ministry
thought,
number?
a threat of is the Suicide Act. So we have got to be very careful and explore what's going on with them.
Yeah, the number that you gave us just now, could you give me again, please, sir?
888-639-5433. That's the Ministry of Health operating the helpline. This is 24/7 helpline for the community that really needs to talk with somebody. That's available. We endorse that very much.
All right, we have to go, sir. Thank you very much for speaking with us, and stay safe, please.
Continue to do the best you can, sir. God bless.
Reach out.
thank you, Dr. Thomas, President of Choose Life International, Dr. Donovan Thomas. My people, the suicide prevention expert has said that every threat and warning sign must be taken seriously, all right? So
Still to
listen
come.
to your children.
Yeah, we meet a young man who has been painting portraits of politicians. Plus, we look at customer service in the digital age. Before all of that, News in 5 comes up next. Stay with us, please.